Umpire Carlin gets the match underway. It's 6th versus 8th, the Geelong Cats versus the Essendon Bombers, and it's Burke out of the air. Nowhere at all for Damien Drum to go, and he's got a free kick. So it's Geelong who are into attack straight away. They'll have to come back behind the mark. Ian Robinson is settling things down. So it's Geelong going against the breeze in this first term. Terry Danaher winning the toss. Bad hand pass, but Buse has got away with it. A little indirect to start off from the Cats. Folds, met heavily by Bruns. Lets Peter White in. Oh, and it just bounced before going over the boundary line, but a shower only a minute or two before the siren means things are pretty slippery out there. And Folds filling that one from Bruns in the first 30 seconds.
And the Essendon veteran, Gary Folds, a little bit sick. Burke, number 30 versus Madden. A little chip out by Hawker Essendon. Just hanging on, clinging to the boundary line. Now Geelong kicking to the right. That's the river end. The Bombers, of course, to the city end. Cardinia Park in great nick for football for this time of the year, and a throw in with 30. Burke battling Madden. He wins it. Here's Hawker. Bit of a shaky start from both teams. Remote chance for the finals. Geelong 6th, Essendon 8th. Handball coming out, here's Young Keane. Tag, throws it out the back. Cats collect it. Hamilton in front of Turner. Oh, very scrambly start. The turf a little slippery. A free kick going to Essendon to be taken by Considine.
Considine going out to the Moorabool Street side of the ground. Front position for Walsh. Here's Van der Haar back in the Bombers lined up. Over to Nick Walsh, named on interchange, but started on the ground. Here's Keane. Straight across ground, lets in Scott, who's met heavily, but he stands his ground, Robert Scott. Good play. Centre and kick, all Bombers here, and Shane Hurd. So we've seen play go from one edge of the centre square to the other, and sideways as well. Finally, it's Essendon up towards half forward. Front position, Landy. There's Buse. Quick handball. Too quick for Bruns, the target. Izard gets it across to Williams. Chance for the Bombers for the first score of the match. Won't have the legs. Oh, there's Salmon. Good mark. And he could be Geelong's bogey man this afternoon. Good strong mark for Salmon. Sullivan coming in there, but still taking the hands down, and Salmon marking. So the first score of the day to come up for the Bombers. A major or a behind, the question. Salmon only 10 metres out, but at a 50-degree angle. Through the middle. Good start from the Bombers. Jeff Lee loses his headphones. John Nichols.
Yes, looking very dangerous, Paul Salmon. Some interesting moves. He's been picked up by Tim Darcy, who's got a very big job, because even under these damp conditions, Salmon is a very dangerous player. Watching the play come there, high kick, but just too tall. Good pair of hands. One grab from Paul Salmon, and from 15 metres out, he converted into their first goal.
Big bounce. The ruck will miss it. The Rovers pout on it. Someone's in someone's back.
Holding the ball.
It's Brunt who puts a good tackle on Darren Williams. A couple of veteran Rovers. Brunt's the more veteran. Down to Linda. Oh, yes, he read that well. I didn't think Linda went in hard enough for that and was in two minds whether he was going to take the mark or leave it to his co-forward. But watch this as Linda goes again. That's a fine mark. Now he's right on the 50-metre line, so he'll kick from about 55. Right into the teeth of goal. Spilt from the hands. That's Geelong's first score to behind from the kick of Bruce Linder.
Yes, Linder's been picked up by Billy Duckworth initially, but Duckworth certainly is returned to the Essendon side, which will give them a bit more bite back into their strength department.
Danaher puts it back in for Van der Haar. Good mark, Vander. Confidence building mark. He scruffed around the head, so he gets 15 metres. The wing he goes. Watson was his target, fellow veteran. He got one in the back, so Tim Watson to take the free centre wing. Players congregating in the middle. Duckworth makes a lead at half forward, goes towards Madden. Knock away is by Burke. Chance now for Sullivan. Goy dragged the ball back underneath him. Umpire perhaps on the blind side. Should have made the knock, I would have thought, but umpire lets him go. So the bounce right on the centre square. Essendon into attack. They lead by 5 points.
20 players around this bounce. Not a bad one either. Burke's in good position. Grabbed by Walsh. Hawker takes it, kicks into Bruns. Folds gets it. He's recovered from that knock early. Watson's marked. Now Timmy Watson in his first serious comeback last week, and it's not a bad pass to Williams. Good stuff from Watson, and boy do they need him, and haven't they missed him over this year and last year since he had that crucial knee injury, and it virtually put paid to Essendon's chances last year and this year. He means so much to them, and he's sort of adjusting his sock at the moment, not his knee, while Williams sets up. First goal to Essendon from a mark from Salmon. Williams only 30 metres out, and he's missed by a mile. It's a poor effort by the Rover Williams.
Yes, it certainly was, Jeff. Watson, I agree with you. That is mercurial best to his possession so far, but Williams, a renowned Rover, he should convert with those easy shots.
Stoneham, the target, gets the hand down, trying to set Hughes away, but didn't quite make him. Hughes applauds the effort from Stoneham. Van der Haar coming into ruck against Burke. Over the top comes Flanagan with the fists. Hurd couldn't grab it. Kick off the ground from Burke. Hurd met by White. Boss the handball out. The high one taken by Wallace. Here's Keane, wrapped up by Hocking, and he's been penalised. Hocking, a bit unlucky. The tackle was good for a start, it then just slipped up high. Umpire's paid in the back though. 15 metres. Keane passes towards Salmon. Oh, good hands. 2 big marks from Salmon with the greasy ball. This one about 10 metres further out. No, it's not now. 15 metres is being paid. Darcy getting over the head of Salmon and not letting go, said the umpire. So Salmon just 15 metres out now, and from directly in front should have no problems in kicking his second with 2 kicks. They've played 5 minutes. The Bombers have done all the attacking. And Paul Salmon's hit the woodwork. Unforgivable.
There's 2 very bad misses by Essendon. First by Williams and secondly by Salmon. At the 7-minute mark, they could have had a commanding lead, 3-0, but still the scoreboard is now showing 8 points to 1 in favour of Essendon.
The rugged Darcy out to the flank, or Couch with a bit of clever play there. Drum. Bad kick. Oh, Salmon hits his co-rover in Burke. The handball comes off. Drum to Couch, and a long one over to Hughes. It's not Hughes, it's White. Couch again, that goes for an even longer one to Damien Drum. Clever play to White. White from the wing. They chip into the air towards Billy Brownless. Danaher put him right under the ball. Good play by Danaher. The catch with the ball on the forward line. Danaher with a football for Essendon. Handball to Madden. He's lost it. Picked up by Danaher again to make up for the mistake. He's out in the centre. A lovely pass to Salmon, and his third great mark. He's thrashing down Darcy. A play on. Bombers doing well. Mark to Sullivan. Only 40 metres out. Essendon have had 3 shots to the Cats 1, and the Bombers lead 8-1. The Sullivan a rugged half-forward flanker. They got him from Hawthorn, and they're lucky to have him. Can he kick the goal? Well, he can do it. His first shot, and the Bombers lead 14-1.
Yeah, certainly a scrambling game. Watching a beautiful pass there by Izzard. Salmon in front. Reading the game very quickly. A good little chip pass to David Sullivan. 40 metres out, and he converted. Certainly Essendon have had the most of the play so far, but they haven't probably capitalised on all of their opportunities so far. But a good battle in the ruck between Damien Burke, who's back from injury, and Simon Madden.
Whistle's gone for a centre square infringement against Keane, so Geelong take the free too quickly. Have to come back. Keane on the wing, just getting over the line. Now Burke from the centre for the Cats. Short pass, a very high one towards Lindner, gave him no chance. Izzard knocks to the ground, knocks on. All Cats there. White gets it forward. Turner hit Cameron under the chin, and he's got a free kick. The ball bounced up, hit him in the face, and Madden says, "What's the free for?" Umpire Carlin has explained. I don't know whether to Simon's satisfaction. David Cameron has got a heap of goals for Geelong in the past 3 weeks. Doesn't go off the boot well. It's been touched through for a behind. Never spun at all. Has floated forward. And the second behind of the afternoon for Geelong. Essendon lead by 2 goals. And we've played coming up to 10 minutes here at Cardinia Park.
And here's a little will-o'-the-wisp. Izzard dashes out from goal, gives it a Foles. Foles lucky to spin around his confidence, got in there. Grabbed by a catch. In kicking distance, a drop short. Boundless and Danaher. Good shepherding by Danaher. Knew it wasn't going to be a goal. Quite happy to see the behind go through.
Bomber skipper goes in short to Hurd. Bairstow just over the mark, half a metre or so. Hurd goes back across goals to Folds. Sullivan's the target, the fist of Darcy, who's now on that player. And then Darcy gets right over the top of Keane, gives away a free kick. Darcy's given away a few frees so far. High kick from Keane. Watson behind. Oh, good mark. Front position taken by Boss. Very reliable defender, Mark Boss. Told to get going by the crowd. Straight down the middle he goes. Brownless is in front. Danaher stops down. High handball from White. Knock on from Cameron, not successful. Here's a chance. Geelong racing through the middle. Drum goes for them. Touched by Duckworth or the mark. Umpire waiting for clarification from the central umpire. In play or not? In play it was. So a mark for Bill Duckworth, and a correct decision, I would have said, even though the crowd don't agree.
Thumping kick. Hawker set himself well and ran into a bit of a cuff in the ear. The Bombers need to play with a bit more aggression. Thrashed by the Swans. Played within a point of the Blues last week. Van der Haar's second mark and his comeback game. The 29-year-old, when he feels like playing, he's unbeatable, but he doesn't feel like playing often enough, say some of the Bombers. Hocking Shepherd's well. Boss. Turner and Hamilton. Good play, Hamilton. That was good play against the wily veteran in Michael Turner. And Hamilton from the wing. Gets a 15-metre penalty. Looks for Salmon. Salmon's doing everything up there. Flanagan with him now, and Flanagan taps it away. Wingman falls for Eston, gets it. Van der Haar's run down well, cleverly onto Hawker. Hawker came. 7 marks, one to an open goal. He's second. Good stuff, Bombers.
Yes, great team effort by Essendon, right from Hamilton on the wing. Some undisciplined play. Well read by Foles. Long hand pass, knock on by Van der Haar. It was just everything went their way, but they were in front, they were in position to capitalise on it. And capitalise they did through Paul Salmon. Second goal.
And hasn't Van der Haar come back into the senior side in great touch? It was really touch football there. Beautiful tap. Drum. Should have been told he was hot there. Tackle, lost the ball, and then put the tackle in on Hawker. So a little lull in proceedings. It's Essendon who have started off the better. They lead by 17 points. Approaching the halfway stage of the first term. Burke, good tap, but straight to Hawker. Caught by Scott. Here's Williams. Rugged play to get it to Hurd. Towards Sullivan, knocked to ground by Hughes. Here's Boss with 2 to beat. Hamilton. Fleet of foot. Scott takes the loose handball to Boss. 2 against 2. Down. Madden runs into Duckworth, and then the tackle from Couch. Plenty of support though. Here's Considine, caught by Scott. Lindner knocks on, but here's Essendon, 3 of them in fact. Wallace keeps it low. Oh, beautiful pass to Hawker. Got it over the head of White and found Hawker beautifully.
Foles takes a hand pass for Hawker and kicks it straight to Burke. It was meant for Salmon, of course, but he couldn't get there. The giant Burke got in the way. He feeds it off to Debuse in the back pocket. Handball's good. Down to Lindner. He's knocked there by Duckworth. He'll pick up the free kick. Duckworth right into his back. Didn't look terribly bad, but it was there, and the umpire right onto that. And Lindner, one of the trio of great goal kickers earlier this season with Ablett, Turner, but Ablett's not there, and Turner's lost a bit of form. Down to Brunt. He mistimed that badly. Hawker's having a great first turn for the Bombers, and backwards. Terry Danaher from half back now. And he's caught badly and easily. Lindner boots it forward. Good play by Turner here. Can his pace get him out of it? No, the handball was ill-directed. Someone may make up for it for him. Down to Billy Brownless. Cameron kicks the goal, and it's well done. Geelong's first.
Yes, battled it very well, Geelong. They good kick off the ground, very intelligent. Turner battled well, good handball out, even though under pressure. With a little chip shot. An intelligent goal. What's interesting up the other end of the ground, see Flanagan has picked up Salmon, so Geelong are obviously worried about Salmon's height in that full forward position.
Good play from Mark Bairstow there to cleverly kick it forward. Tackle sees Walsh lose the ball. And they'll do it all again in the middle as some weak sunshine comes out at Cardinia Park. 11 points, the lead for the Bombers. Played 17 minutes. They jumped too early, the ruckman. Hurd with plenty of cats on him. Folds has started off well. Walsh. Here's Hawker. Read that nicely, staying down. Gathered the crumbs and puts it up forward for Salmon. Not that time. Van der Haar looks in, great touch. The only thing he's done wrong in not kicking that goal, just getting it a metre across the face.
Yes, I'm sure a few touches and a couple of marks will give Paul Van der Haar a lot of confidence, and if that's the case, it looks very dangerous for Essendon because he's obviously a good player at his best.
It's only his 7th game for the season, so maybe he's hungry for the big time. He's played there long enough, the 9-year-old, and the handball at Bruns getting off down the bottom. Here's Graham Landy. Billy Brown has a chance. No, slipping in front of him was Madden. Good pick up here by Wallace. Oh, the pass was really lovely. It's Walsh. And he kicks it badly, though, to Buse. Buse had a good season, that back line. And the kick into the middle to Hocking. Oh, this is good stuff. Lovely. Is it Bairstow across to Scott? Scott runs into the 50-metre mark and lets it go. Oh, it dropped a little short. Bombers checking up there. Here's Mick Turner. Parcelled it up. Be a ball up in the Geelong's forward pocket. And the Bombers are leading 21 to the Cats 9. 18 minutes into this first term.
Michael Turner looks a more determined player, really gritting his teeth there and keeping that ball in. Rest may have done him some good. Tap from Madden is Keane. Bruns in the best position here. Oh, Izzard misses just as well. Bruns keeps his head, passes for Scott. Couldn't hold it. Here's Hocking through the gap. Oh, top goal. But I think the whistle's gone, which is a shame. Scott's got the free kick. And the crowd will boo. Why wasn't the advantage paid? Well, I don't think you would have normally thought Hocking would have got through that gap, but obviously the Essendon players stopped when they heard the whistle.
Yes, but the umpire had called, even though Geelong played on, hoping that it would be allowed. You can't have a bit each way. I mean, the umpire had called stop, and that's what it was. So he can't then change his mind and say because it was a goal was kicked to allow it. So it's probably correct umpiring, certainly, that to make Robert Scott take his kick, and I hope for Geelong's sake that it goes through the middle.
30 metres out directly in front. He's hooked it. Won't even make the distance. Oh, big grab almost for Madden. It's through from behind. And the crowd vent their spleen. 11-point lead for Essendon. Perhaps it should be a little more, though. Geelong starting to get into things at the 21-minute mark.
TD to Duckworth and Hamilton. Burke knocks it down for the catch to give them a chance. Folds playing quite well up to the half-forward line. Rover Williams handballs it off to Walsh. Gets around views, and Hawker's having a marvellous match up to Salmon. Never in doubt. Well, he thrashed Darcy. Now he's a bit too good for Flanagan. And the umpire's giving a 15, which is about a 25-metre penalty against Flanagan for just hanging on to Salmon after he'd taken the mark. What more can you do? You are a defender when it's all said and done, and the guy's in front and he's bigger. And Salmon's struck sparkling form in recent weeks. I think it was 10 goals against Richmond a couple of weeks ago.
Kicked 9 in the West.
Yeah, and so he's really on target. He's kicked 2 in this first quarter. And now it's 3. And we can only say he's having a good day.
Yes, he certainly is. Watching Billy Duckworth coming off, he's hobbling pretty badly. Obviously hurt himself in the last exchange. He's been replaced by Leon Baker, who's also a welcome return to the Essendon side. Baker started on the interchange, even though he was named in the centre in their selected side.
Certainly no need for what Flanagan did there, though. He could have just stood his ground.
He was very late. It was probably a correct decision, 15 metres.
Burke the tap. Hawker been in everything. Nowhere he could go there. 17-point lead for the Bombers. 21 minutes gone. And the Logs in play, the silence is almost deafening. No noise at all. You wouldn't think they were playing for a place in the finals. That was a half volley. Umpire called it well. Couch got good support there. Long handball from Drum puts Cameron under pressure. Linder ran away with it before he had the ball. Folds and Madden, 2 of the veterans, between them trying to knock it out. The bounce is about 40 metres out from the Geelong goal. And we found the big opening once so far in the term. Brownless doing the ruck work. Wins at 2. Bruns met by Baker. Oh, in there too, Bruns. That was a little sly and it was spotted.
Spotted by Madden, not the umpire.
Yeah.
And Simon's let him know it too.
Play the ball, boys, says the umpire. Everyone's looking behind themselves. Too much strength from Madden. Cameron. Hocking battles with Hamilton. Keane goes down. Another bounce. This looks like the last 5 minutes at VFL Park last week, when the ball never travelled more than about 10 metres. But I'll remind you that we're approaching time on in the first term. Izard watching Bruns as the big fist comes from Landy. Keane for Essendon. Hocking forces him backwards. He's caught high by Bairstow. Umpires let it go. Too close, that handball from Hocking to Scott. And now a free kick's been found for Essendon, and it will go to Hurd.
That makes up for the last one that should have been.
Now Hamilton's got away, but Hurd didn't see him or ignored him, and now he comes to the members' side. Oh, looking for Sullivan and Watson. And Watson pushes Boss in the back. You can see that Timmy feeling the tempo. It's Mark Boss. One of Geelong's best for a number of years. A country boy, and he plays it hard, and he plays it well. Brownless is the target. Can Billy get there? He got the one-hander. He's not playing well. Hit and miss stuff. Scott dribbles it through. Oh, in the nick of time, just picked up by the Bombers' Considine. And back to Billy Brownless. He cradles that mark. And he hasn't done much on that forward line so far, but he has so much potential. When he runs in that front position with that long frame of his, he's about 6'5", 6.
How many centimetres?
About 190, I suppose. And Brownless for Geelong's second goal. Oh, lovely kick. But he's missed it. One behind.
He's actually 193 centimetres, reading the VFL record. But
You're
another
a
bad,
big man, John, to admit that.
another bad miss.
It was a nice kick.
It's been well held by Danaher so far.
16 points the difference. Good mark, Madden. And Burke just a little frustrated. Being outmarked there. It's going to be a great battle to watch all afternoon. 15 metres. Goes to the Bombers. Keane going past. Geelong 3 against 1. They all fly. Down is Hawker, who again reads the crumbs beautifully. He's got support. Considine to Watson. 60 metres out. He sets himself for home. Salmon lets it go, thinking that perhaps he might have been in front of the big sticks. He was between one big one anyway. It's through for a behind. The difference, 17 points. And we've played 25 and a half minutes.
And Essendon's champion Tim Watson's kicked his first score. Oh, a lovely kick in by Flanagan. Oh, marked by the ruckman. Burke against Madden. That's good stuff. Damien Drum back in the side this week is playing well. Oops, Cameron couldn't take it. It dropped a bit short. Scott knocks it down to Turner. Turner should score here. Bit of luck not going their way. I think he allowed for the swinging kick and he's booted it behind. That's Geelong 6 behind. They're 12 to Essendon's 28.
Danaher goes in short to Baker. Leon Baker goes high, looking for Madden against Burke. Behind is Walsh. Good roving there from Bruns. Had no support. Williams got the good tackle, but there's Boss to repel the attack. A little shove from Hurd. Oh, Essendon behind. They muck it up. Lindner. Oh, but plenty of Bombers there and folds. High kick. Good mark from Darcy. Man behind will get this one, number 28. Waste no time. Lindner. Strong defence from Considine, but here's Lindner. Better recovery on the ground to Buse. 50 metres out. Only man there is Terry Danaher.
Terry Danaher is the man that's looking after Brownless. Sees a man just dropping into the pocket there, and it's David Johnson. The younger Bombers. A few of them out there this afternoon. Dean Wallace, number 21. Lindner, number 2, and that was a good mark to Lindner. Former South Australian, pretty serious knee operation. Last year he's come back and he was full of running. Good pass, good thinking. Nice stretching up mark there from Drum, and certainly Drum one of the best in this first quarter. Sorry, it's Stephen
Landy.
It's Graham Landy, rather. Yes, Drum as well. Here's Brownless. No, he's not marking with any surety at all. Brown player's good though. 40 metres from goal as he gets it right up into the sky. Scott underneath it, and Hocking dropped it. Oh, Hamilton gets Essendon out of trouble here. Rover Williams, tackle high by Scott, round the neck. The tackle slid up around his neck, and Williams is lucky.
Been some bad tackling from Geelong. They've given away a lot of free kicks. Keane, all dangerous, but he had confidence in his ability with foot pass. Found Baker, he in turn to Hamilton. Hawkers from behind, has to punch, and can't knock it away from White. Through the middle goes Couch. High one for Lindner. Sets himself too early, and the mark from Walsh is also good above his head. Had a great game at VFL Park in one of the night matches. Kicked 7, if I remember correctly. Finds Baker. For Hawker. Boss. And some support there from Drum. Inboard it goes to Couch. Turner has 5 metres on Van der Haar. Set sail for home. Van der Haar seems to have run out of puff already. Hamilton, sorry, you're right. Apologies to Vander. And it's gone over the boundary line. In the right-hand forward pocket as the siren sounds, there's a wrestle on. But at quarter time, it's Essendon who lead by 16 points.
Yes, certainly easily Essendon's quarter. The Cats were undisciplined. Their forward line was very poor. About 5 occasions aboard.
Robinson to start the second quarter. And it's Essendon who are going from left to right, who lead by 16 points. Madden gives it straight down to Bruns. Free kick's gone to Essendon. Something happening off the ball. I don't think any of the Essendon players know who it's for. It's for Madden. Gives it to Folds. He's played well. Here's Williams. Looking one way, handballing the other. New Hawker was there calling for it. The pass. Not held by Van der Haar, almost. Hughes loses it behind. Lets Essendon in. Sullivan's caught. Izard. Over the top comes Flanagan. Off the ground from Bruns. Baker, oh, very clever. Into the pocket, Stoneham. He was the only thing between an Essendon mark there and did it very well. Darcy on the boss. Up the Moorabool Street wing go the Cats. Lindner the target. Folds, knocks it away. And ends up with the ball. No, good battling from Lindner. Out from Scott. High one from Couch. Considine battling strongly. White's knock off the ground. In comes Lindner. Solid Shepherd. Couch's kick up forward for Brownless. He's being held. Oh, the crowd will give the umpire what for there. And very clever though from Danaher. He made sure the umpire couldn't see it for Considine, and back to Danaher and the skipper. Great experience, and what a lovely foot pass to Watson.
Yes, and you see you have to note the number of handballs that Essendon have used since the first bounce of this term. Williams, here we go again, to Hurd, to Folds, and Gary Folds, the veteran. Over to Essendon's best first quarter player in Hawker. Screws it back wide of Salmon. Hughes to Hocking now, and the Cats are using the handball well, and it's a handball game. Drums kick. Wallace, again the handball. Oh, handball happy. Wallace kicks it to the full forward. Doesn't suit Salmon down at that level. Oh, it'll be a clever shot by Salmon. Couldn't get his lanky frame around when he let fly, but it's out on the full. And a handball 10 minutes.
Which it seemed like 10 minutes, but it's only been 3. Here's Darcy. Man in front's Drum. Damien Drum, 15, as it's knocked away by Wallace. Turner's at centre half forward, calling for it.
16 handballs in so far this quarter.
Well done, Tim, and you did well to keep up with those. Here's White. Brownless knocked off it by Danaher, and behind the pack, cleaning up is Johnston. Goes for Baker. Hocking knocks to ground. Considine takes it away, but the whistle's gone. We'll have to come back. And here's Baker with the free kick. Towards Williams. It went to Madden. Kick off the ground from Burke. Oh, Folds for Folds. Right in the middle of Cardinia Park. In comes Salmon. Doesn't arrive in time. Van der Haar's caught by Landy. They hesitate a little. Finally, it's Boss, the handball. Knock on from Hughes. White. And the Cats have it over the middle.
That was Hocking, and the ball's pinched from him by Keane for the Bombers, then skies it, and Big Salmon. And a bit short of Landy, who's taken the mark. Got in front of Salmon then, and a little free kick from a shove from Salmon, and Landy's beautiful left footer down to the wing to Couch. And Couch is playing well. With a young man on him, and Wallace. Running through is White. Schoolboy player, still at school. Oh. He's flattened as he's kicked it, so the kick will go downfield. Be taken by David Cameron, who certainly knows how to kick a goal in recent matches. Look at the pass. We'll have to all come back because umpire Carlin had not signalled it was time to play on, and umpire Robinson is sorting out a battle between Madden and Damien Burke.
The skipper came over to even up Damien Burke, even though White had...
Well, let's have a look at this kick from Cameron. He swings around to open up the angle. Good attempt, but it's only a behind. Geelong 7th.
There's certainly a scrambly handball part of the second quarter, but a little unlucky Madden, because he should have made a better effort to pull up with that particular 15-metre penalty down the field.
Good mark from Keane. Handball wasn't a good one. Put Johnson under pressure, caught by Lindner. Here's Folds. He's been in everything. All Geelong here. Turner. Oh, wants to do it all on his own. Wallace ends up with the ball. But he's looking very determined, Mike Turner.
Not bad. It's his 226th game, and Mike will be 33 later this year, so he's still got a lot of football in him.
Still doing a bit of surfing by the look of it too.
Hawker and Hocking in the centre. Williams, Essendon's rover. 3 Geelong players link up here. Boss taps it back. Darcy does a bit of shepherding. The ball grabbed by Brunts to Couch. Couch, beautiful left footer, quickly across to Turner. Oh, he spilled it, should have taken that one. Foles having a magic first quarter. The ball is absolutely chasing him. And here's Hamilton. A good tackle, but he pings it off. Really went off at a tangent. Great tackle on him, and the ball to be thrown in. Geelong's half-forward line, and the Bombers leading 28-13.
Madden against Brownless, who put that tackle in, wins the tap and then grabs it back. Oh, his right hand just came out indiscriminately. He's given the free kick away.
It was very careless by Brownless, because he's playing well. A brilliant tackle a minute ago, but that was just unnecessary, and it was just undisciplined football.
Considine's kick towards Van der Haar. He keeps it in play. Well, perhaps it did go over before it came back. The boundary umpire says so, and he must be right. Burke gets it down to Scott. Oh, wobbly kick was a bad one. Not his preferred foot, the left foot. As Folds goes across ground, King's there. Williams calling for it on the wing. He's unattended. He goes into the middle, though, and to find Hurd. So this is indirect from the Bombers. They've come back towards the grandstand side again as Johnston goes high. Madden knocks away from Burke. White, well, he's trying to claim the mark. It was Burke that had hands on it. Boss. Scott has the ball bearing down on him. He charges instead into Keane. It goes loose to Lindner. Off to Bairstow. Oh, the kick's a shocker. Straight to Hamilton. Couldn't have found him any better if he tried. Folds and Danaher.
And Folds fitting in everywhere. And Baker at his first game from number week. Looks as though he hasn't left the football field. He's still got that touch there. Madden's been beaten by Burke so far, but Madden's kicked the salmon. Too easy. Salmon is beating him too easily.
And the umpire's not conned by that piece of acting from Salmon.
Salmon's 6th mark. He's kicked 3 goals. He did that in the 3rd quarter. They tried Darcy to start on him, but he was too good. He's too good in the air, and certainly with his confidence up. Flanagan had a term on him. This will be a great goal from an acute angle, as you can see, where he's standing right on the boundary line. But the distance is not terribly far, and the angle will open from where he's kicking it. One behind.
Well, we've had 8 minutes of play in the quarter and no goals as yet. Geelong have added behind. The Bombers have added a behind. The pass, a beauty onto the chest of Landy. And the difference in the two sides just shown there. Essendon at least have something in the last line of attack as Landy kicks it into Walsh rather. The ball's gone over the boundary line, so it'll be a throw-in, but they've got Salmon up there, at least the Bombers, to aim for. Geelong are falling down badly at full forward.
Yes, interesting to know on the handballs, Peter, that Essendon had 24 handballs in the first quarter. At this stage, at the 9-minute mark, they've had 17 so far this quarter.
Here's the throw. Essendon's half-forward line. Burke versus Van der Haar. Hocking. A couple of Geelongs then out. A little bit of a hanky-panky behind the play there, and it's Damien Burke, and his knee looks as though it's really recovered. Hughes. Lindner. Considine. Kicked on by Cameron. Geelong's forward line. Hamilton playing pretty well against Turner. It's Hamilton with the football. Turner putting a tackle on, but it's out of play. 10 minutes of the second quarter. Essendon 29. The Cats 13.
70 metres around from the Geelong goal. And even battle in the ruck there between Cameron and Madden. He's given away the free kick. Cameron. High one from Johnston. In comes Burke. Geelong skipper off to Boss, puts him under all sorts. Izard catches him and ends up with the ball. And this game has got a It's like the lid on the pressure cooker at the moment. Things starting to bubble there underneath, as it's a frustrating sort of match. The ball, no more than 2 clean possessions before it's lost, and again, umpire Robinson saying concentrate on the ball.
Yes, 10 minutes gone, and both sides have kicked 1 point.
Yeah. Robinson's bounce is not a good one. Oh, mad lovely to Williams. Wallace gets one around the neck with an umpire. And he shoots it off out of the boundary, hoping someone will get it, but no, it's out of play. Timmy Watson's around about this throw-in area, so we'll keep an eye on number 32 to see how he can perform in his second serious comeback game. That was Boss the ruckman. Good tackle there on Bairstow. Tim Watson's the tackler, shoving the back. Bairstow, a good player, good recruit, this man. To centre half forward to Brownless and Danaher. Danaher easily knocked it away from him. Scott can't tackle for the Cats either. Scott gets it down, runs into a tackle, shoots it off. Bruns takes the handball. Good play. Bruns' goal. That's what the Cats desperately needed. It's their second goal.
Yeah, certainly Geelong have seemed to have lifted their endeavour. They a bit wish-washy in the first quarter. Essendon probably made most of the play, and whilst Essendon have had control of the ball in this 11 minutes so far, Geelong's endeavour, a brilliant tackle early by Brownless, good gutsy play that time by 2 or 3 Geelong players, resulting in Bruns' goal. But all in all, I think Geelong have certainly shown much more endeavour so far.
Madden down there for Hocking. Kick off the ground from Burke. Watson. Off to Baker. Vacant half forward area. Not vacant for long. Van der Haar's tap. Walsh broke the tackle. Again spilt by Williams this time. Walsh is back there. And here's Van der Haar on his own. Can play on. Got plenty of loose men. One of them Sullivan. Another one's Keane.
Lovely left footer from Van der Haar. It was pinpointed, wasn't it?
Yes, he had 3 targets, but in the correct professional style, he picked the best target, the closest to goal on his own.
9th kick coming up for Keane. And he's made the most of it. Good goal. Gavin Keane kicks his first, and the first in the quarter for the Bombers. Geelong kicked their first in the term at the 11-minute mark and answered about 30 seconds later by Gavin Keane.
Yes, he's had a good year. Like 15th game today, coming from St Bernard's. 7 goals, makes him 8 for the year, but in most games he's been one of their real up-and-comers. In typical Essendon style, a local boy from the local competitions, Jeff Leake, being with a great future.
You're right, John. He's got a lot of football in him. Oh, the bounce favours the rover. Williams. Kind of here's Darren Williams. He's had a broken leg. Van der Haar's had a broken leg. Leon Baker has a broken leg. Hands up anyone else had a broken leg. Down to Van der again. Hawker. And he's hard. Little bloke goes for the football. Good shepherding there by Hocking. Good snatching away there by Couch. And up by Robinson.
Picked one out, I think.
Good field of view there has picked out the free to Couch at half back. Good player, this fellow. Very nifty. A left footer. Bruns kicked their last goal. Oh, yes, sir. Good marking over a much taller man from Neville Bruns. The kick's not crash up. That's an equally great mark from Madden.
Cole coming on for the Cats. Comes loose to Williams. Back he goes to the high-kicking Sullivan. Hocking. Oh, gives it straight to Williams. One out duel, front position for Salmon.
Oh, well done, Salmon. See, he showed a lot of dash there, didn't he? Then he crunched Hughes. Hughes went back a couple of metres when the big fella, and that might help the big guy, John. Have a look at this. Whack.
He didn't lift the elbow, he just kept the arm there. A good bumper bar,
yes,
and Hughes felt it.
Like, let's face it, that's what Australian rule football is all about. Good body contact and good competitive spirit by both sides, and he rode it very well.
And Salmon's missed his 4th. He's kicked 3 goals, 3, Paul Salmon. And if he put those through, it could be looking very much in Essendon's keeping at this stage.
And all the consensus that clubs are trying to find. I'm sure that's what clubs and supporters come to see. Good, healthy competition.
Good mark from Hocking. Breaks away and hands off to Bairstow.
Couch.
Towards the wing, it's marked by Drum, and he protects himself well as Drum. Gets 15. Linden's led. They've all led. It's just put up there and hope now that a big flyer can be found. Brownless in front. Danaher wearing him like a glove. Considine's taking the mark at half back. The Bombers have Baker running loose. Got some shepherding from Madden. Low kick in the direction of Walsh. A good play from Boss. Looping handball finds Couch. Beautiful pass to Cameron. The game's starting to pick up a little bit.
Yes, wasn't a great kick again from Couch. White, and then Cameron comes in, knocks on, but Baker getting a feel for it. So the premiership centre player is really back in business after his broken leg. Wonderful smother. Now, can Couch produce another left footer? No, he gets the handball to Hocking. He stumbles but still gets the kick away. Well played, Hocking. Brownless is being beaten by Danaher. Hits a mark. That's what he needs to lift his confidence. He's been trying one-handers for a quarter and a half. And that means so much to Geelong when Billy Brownless is taking those spectacular marks, and this is one of them.
It's a beautiful smother from Drum in there that kept Geelong possession.
There's Brownless. Geelong with only 2 on the board. Essendon kick 5, and that is hopeless, Bill. Lack of thought there, or lack of effort, or both.
Lack of application. He probably knew what he wanted to do, but didn't know how to do it.
Never happened to you, John?
Dozens of times.
Better not to get the ball in that situation, isn't it?
Give it to someone else.
Gary Folds kicks in, front position Cameron. Duckworth just back on the ground for Hawker.
I felt
Considine sees
shooting and goal from whatever angle you had from within 20 metres, you better have to be very well balanced, and Bill become unbalanced.
Burke against Madden. This is a good battle as Williams loses the ball. Here's Scott. Linder in front, behind the pack, Bairstow. Linder's back in there off the carpet with good play from Hurd. Here's a chance for Bairstow. Hurd got a hand in there and it went loose to Hamilton. Oh, up high Wallace comes loose to Drum. Very clever as he capped it off. Not the distance in the kick, and there's Keane bundled over by Linder. In the old days, you could do that to a soccer goalkeeper, bundle him through and it'd be a goal. But away goes Essendon. The kick from Johnston for Duckworth, caught by Brownless. Good tackle.
He's put on some great tackles in this quarter as Billy Brownless. Another change being affected. Considine off and Hawker back on, and Hawker Essendon's best player in the first quarter.
He wouldn't have had time to get his dressing gown on.
I don't think so. May have come off to go to the toilet. But, it's a kick Geelong's way by their big fellow Damien Burke. Oh, geez, playing well against Madden. That's a fine kick. Linder's the target. Knocked away by Folds. Grabbed by young Keane now as a kick that came away from Johnson. Held up on the back line. It's Williams. Across the centre. All Bombers there. Vanderhaar is a target. A couple of Bombers rovers. Boss. Hawker. Yes, good stuff. Plays on. Left or right, it doesn't matter. He's very polished. Burke slipped through his fingers. The tap on. Vanderhaar. Got to beat 4 cats here. 5 of them perhaps. And he's put a stranglehold on one of them. Vander's a bit sore, but he's enjoying it. And I reckon if he gets this kick, and he really gets it, he could just about kick the goal from here, and it's got to be a 70-metre kick, but I think he's fired up today. No, he's going for the pass. Salmon won't go anywhere near him. Knocked away from Welsh. Baker pounced on it. Quickly across to Madden. 40 metres. Red foot kick missed it by 20 metres.
That is not even a one-day wide. That's a test wide, that one. Couch. Geelong have some system till they get up to about half forward. Then it breaks down. It's almost broken down on the wing. It has, in fact. Wallace has got it. Kick just too long. Here's Turner, who's been killing his heels up half back somewhere. He looks to have been pulled down after he's got rid of it. Cameron out for Drum. Back to David Cameron. 60 metres out. He's charging all the way for them. 40 out now. Oh, Tyle just missed. No, it is there. It is a goal. Sorry, I saw the dust raise. Thought it was behind the line, but that's a fantastic goal.
Yes, I think we thought it tried to beat one man too many, but Geelong were a little lucky because the advantage was played 20 metres up the field. Watching Cameron now with this run from outside the 50 metres, beat one man, a little chip shot at goal, just snuck in from about 30 metres out. Second goal, David Cameron.
Well, the Cats have picked up in this game. Cameron's second goal. Here's D. Wallace caught, didn't know really what to do. Hocking feeds it to Couch. Another brilliant left footer to Lindner. Oh, this man can really kick a football. Paul Couch, number 7 in the Cats outfit. And Lindner kicking from 40 metres. Geelong are only 10 points behind. They were 16 at the start of the quarter. That was 20 minutes ago. Now Lindner is a good kick. Oh, top. So easy. And Lindner scored it all right. That's his first goal, and Geelong are 4 points behind.
Yes, I think Lindner certainly looks better when he plays it full forward and moving a lot, leading a lot. And watching that play, he's been picked up by Gary Foles. The Geelong supporters and Lindner were looking for 15 metres, but he didn't need it. A very educated kick from 50 metres out.
Madden wins the tap. Bit of urgency about it now. Bairstow's caught high by Williams. Geelong looking to take the lead now. 2 goals in as many minutes. Good defence from Hurd to knock it away from Couch. Couch has ended up with it. He's looking to put in a Shepherd now for Cole. First touch since he's gone on the ground. Breaks the King tackle. Keeps it low. Didn't quite get back there, Baker. For the mark. Gives it to Hurd. Half volley taken by Van der Haar. Umpire's paid the mark, has he? Johnston. Hawker. System from the Bombers. Here's Keane. Squaring kick now in the direction of Izzard. Copybook from Izzard. He loves those big chest marks. He'll get 15 as well. Scratch of the head. You see him set himself here. And the step ladder was Bruns.
Have a look at White after that, if you don't mind. Only heard that, Mark.
It's basically undisciplined play by Peter White because Izzard had the mark, and the 15-metre penalty will make it much easier to score.
Through the middle it goes. And the game has really picked up in the last 6 or 7 minutes. First for Alan Izzard. He makes the difference 10 points.
Yes, all of Geelong's woes started that time because on the centre wing, when they had a chance of the ball, 2 or 3 of the Geelong players didn't chase. And then Essendon just took it down through the half-forward line, watching Izzard there taking a good mark. The 2 or 3 Geelong players just watched the Essendon players run down without putting pressure on them.
Oh, the bounce favours Matt. Little tap down and the Rovers couldn't get it. There's Peter White. Smuggled out the Hocking, and Bruns runs well. Bruns is playing well, by the way. Linder's a target. Foles an unusual choice playing against Bruce Linder, and that kick has gone through from behind. It was Bruns who booted it.
Yes, well, Duckworth started off for the game picking up Linder, but when he was injured, Foles has taken over.
Williams to Folds. Sullivan, front position, good mark. They've left no one on the mark as they all go down ground. The Cats, they don't pick up the diving Van der Haar. Off to Baker. Salmon. Cole goes down. Landy's in there, the veteran defender. Hughes. Boss. Good handball to Couch. Couch can dwell a bit and get it over the top. Passes instead, and that's why there's Cameron. Away he goes again. Off to Hocking. Linda against Folds. Bairstow's behind the pack. And Hurd, very cool in the crisis, and balling it through.
They might have been lucky that they had Hurd there to think about that. I think he may have saved a goal there. Great player in his years. Wasn't such a great player when he played in the wing in Essendon in his early days, but I think Sheedy's made him into a great player. It's a tagger. Did he play that back to Bill Brownless? No, the umpire didn't. Glenn Hawker, beautifully down to Lisa. Lisa had to swing away there from Bruns and has a quick look and a bounce. He's run 50 metres. That's not a bad pass. Oh, his mate couldn't take it. Full forward. Billy Duckworth battling there.
Free kick to Watson.
Shove in the back, was it?
Timmy Watson to get the shove in the back, was he? Well, here he is. Hero. This is his 11th season for Tim Watson. And he's 26. And he's just kicked the goal.
Yes, as we saw on the screen, 197 league games, certainly one of the youngest to start and clock up a lot of games. Watching it there, certainly there was something in it with this contest with Stoneham, but probably a little lucky to only having played his 4th game this year after having a dramatic knee reconstruction. Certainly he's the heart and soul of Essendon.
Burke. Not too far for Scott. Hamilton got it down there. And the free kick. Holding the ball against Johnston. Brownless has it. Madden's gone to full forward. And there's a boomer from Big Billy. Up high, Linda. Danaher's handballed it away. They could get out of it. No, Cameron puts pressure on. Hand in there from Hawker. Stopped it going for Drum. Kick off the ground from Salmon. White. Plenty of pressure there from Danaher. Wallace. Johnston might go for the boundary line here. Throw in about 40 metres around from the Geelong goal. So the switch has happened. Salmon, after kicking 3 goals, has gone into the ruck.
Of course, that means that Madden's at full forward. Let's look at Salmon versus Billy Brownless. Neville Brunt shoots it out. Essendon's Danaher takes the kick. Sullivan takes it for Bombers. Williams, Hamilton. They're on the forward line now. The kick is not a good one. Good reading by Cole. Knocked off balance. Strong tackle, Watson. Cole recovers. Watson does well. Can he kick the goal? No, he can't get on balance. Dashing in is Sullivan. Good play by Hughes. Good, cool handball. Picked up by Nigel Cole. Down there to right. The Cats did well then, didn't they? Up to the half-foot line to Drum. Ball out of play. Well done, the Cats.
They're just forward of the centre for the Cats. Salmon pulls Burke off it. Hocking. Got the call from Bruns. Good talking. Linda. No one's touched this yet. Folds. First back there. Good shepherding from Hamilton. A bad kick from Folds. Let Scott in. But Wallace arrives to knock away. Cameron. Leaves it for Drum. Goes down. Oh, if there was a free kick to Watson before for a push in the back, that looked a bit like one. And there's Peter White, who's cocked one in the mush. He's on the 50-metre line. The bounce is about 15 metres out from the Geelong goal. Getting very dark at Cardinia Park as we come up to half-time. Brownless against Salmon. Salmon too tall, and Bruns unable to hold on to it. Thrown about 20 metres around from the Cats' goal.
And Essendon leading by 14 points. Almost 30 minutes in this second quarter on the Cats forward line. Big Salmon, his height got into that knock there. Lizard couldn't control it before it went over the line, and there's a siren. A good second quarter at Cardinia Park. Essendon leading 7-6, 48 Geelong, 4-10, 34.
Yeah, certainly the Cats have looked at their game quite a lot.
Umpire Carlin gets the second half underway, and it's Essendon who lead by 14 points, going with the breeze in this third term from right to left. But Geelong into attack first. Terry Danaher out at half-back on Brownless. Russell, number 6, is on for Geelong for the first time. Here's White. Gets it back to Drum. Chance for Couch now. Leads come from Lindner. The pass too high for him. There's Turner, though. And the way that ball gets delivered from Couch and Drum would suggest that that was the target, all right. And can Geelong get one within the first minute? Favours the right boot of Mike Turner. Straight across the face, though, Lindner flies to.
Yeah, certainly the Cats have looked at their game quite a lot.
Umpire Carlin gets the second half underway, and it's Essendon who lead by 14 points, going with the breeze in this third term from right to left. But Geelong into attack first. Terry Danaher out at half-back on Brownless. Russell, number 6, is on for Geelong for the first time. Here's White. Gets it back to Drum. Chance for Couch now. Leads come from Lindner. The pass too high for him. There's Turner, though. And the way that ball gets delivered from Couch and Drum would suggest that that was the target, all right. And can Geelong get one within the first minute? Favours the right boot of Mike Turner. Straight across the face, though, Lindner flies too high, and Hamilton, too early rather, and from way behind, and Hamilton the mark. Off to Keane, and Keane into the pocket to Johnston, I think it was, who handed off to Baker, and the Bombers are up to the wing.
Baker had 10 possessions in that second quarter. It was his first time on the ground. Paul Burke underground handball to Brunt, and he's upended, and here's Vanderhaar. Oh, good handball to Hurt. Then on to young Keane, and puffing his cheeks, he changes direction and waits for Hawker to run into position to take it. Hawker's lovely pass to Salmon. Must have picked up a yard or two because he seems to be in front of his opponents, and he capped off with a dreadful kick. Crikey, made it so easy for Stoner to get it. Up to Scott, Keane in front of him, but Scott gets one high. The Bombers link up here, and then fumbling. We had a shower of rain whilst the players were having a rest at half-time. Oh, the kick's taken brilliantly by Russell. Not a bad pass to Lindner on the half-volley. It skins into his arms. Here's a look. Runs into the goal. Wallace has got him!
Hungry.
Great. Yes, it was. Peter was hungry. But he'll get the free kick. A push in the back. And Lindner limps again.
And look at Michael Turner, hands on hips. Should have got the handball 10 seconds ago.
Lindner just slowed a bit steady to kick the goal, and Wallace grabbed him, but he grabbed him with a push. Turner tells the story that maybe Lindner will have to kick the goal now. And he does, his second goal. So it puts the Cats 8 points behind in the opening minute of this third quarter.
Yes, well said, Peter. He should have handballed. It was selfish play, but the goal is on the board. Interesting note, Flanagan has replaced Burke in the ruck. I just hope that, watching it here now, chip pass coming. He beat one man. But still, there's two ways. He should have hand passed to Turner, but there again, Turner could have gone in and shepherded for him.
Wallace shouldn't have pushed him.
3 wrongs. Well, I guess they ended up with a right. There was a goal in the end of it. Kick forward from Bairstow under pressure. Folds. Going for the boundary and does it well. Had the numbers against him. Throw in 25 metres around from the Geelong goal. They're within 8 points. Brownless with the long sleeves. Scott tries to burst his way through. Folds. Oh, bad kick, and there's Bruns. having trouble kicking the greasy ball, a few players. Runs his pass for Brownless, behind the packs, Turner again. Oh, this one shouldn't be too hard from Mike Turner, directly in front, 25 metres out.
Well, certainly their endeavour has been much better since this quarter started.
And no mistake, first for Turner. Comes up at the 4-minute mark of the third term, and Geelong just 2 points down, the closest they've been all match.
There's Michael Turner watching the scoreboard, and here we're watching Bruns going back. It was a well-delivered little chip pass over the top. I think he saw Turner there, even though Brownless was in the middle. But Turner's good goal makes up for the bad miss 2 minutes ago.
In 5 minutes of football in this third quarter, Geelong have come from 14 points behind to be 2 points behind. They're playing the better football in this third quarter. And blocking. Brownless runs into it. Ground a little bit wet. Hurd to Danaher. Danaher in the centre. Two of his mates there. Madden takes it. Hawker tells him to go. Up towards Sullivan. Good play here. Whoops, Darcy. Gets away from the tackle. Oh, good play, Darcy. Swings right away from the opposition. Whips out to the other side of the ground across to White. Loose man in the middle of the field there is Couch, and he was just about to kick it.
He came from behind the mark.
Umpire called play on, let the Bombers into it. Presence. Couch again, this time to Ruckman. Flanagan. Down to Cameron. Cameron and Hamilton. Good play, Cameron. Good running by Couch on the half-forward line now. Up in the air to Turner. Turner and Wallace. Turner got it, dropped it. Goes again. The umpire's there while the players are running away with it. The mark has been allowed to Michael Turner, who just kicked Geelong's last goal. A change there. Considine replaces Keane.
So Turner kicked one at the 4-minute mark. 2 minutes later, this to put Geelong in front for the first time in the match. An easier shot than the one he missed in the first minute of the quarter. And he's put it through for a behind again.
Probably difficult shots with a greasy ball under pressure, but with his experience, they are the sort of shots that win games.
Folds tries to find Madden. He's out, gets it. Hawker's everywhere. He's like salt and pepper. He's playing a slashing game. Into centre half forward now. Run too far. He had run too far. The kick goes to Geelong. Fair enough.
Hughes has it. Torpedo dropped short. Good strength from Hamilton there, holding out Cameron. He's been a good player for Essendon this year, Hamilton. And decided. Boss. Essendon in the van here. Williams to Madden. Hughes front position and the mark. Down the middle go the Cats. Brownless again continuing the battle and beating Danaher on this occasion. 15 metres, yes. 3 marks for Will Brownless. Away he goes. Can kick it a country kilometre. Linder goes in with the push, drops the ball, and he's been penalised for the shove.
Gary Foles is the man playing against Linder, and he's doing it pretty well. Duckworth started off there, and he chips out to cheeky Rover Williams. Gets one round the neck, gets the handball up to Duckworth, who's on the half-back flank now. Into Sullivan. And Billy Brownless with his 4th mark. He's dropped plenty. Good stuff. On to Landy. Landy's left footer. Down to Turner. Got it! Mike Turner, you're having a brilliant third quarter. He kicked 1 goal, 1. That's his 6th mark. And the veteran of the Geelong side. Have a look at this again. That's a top mark. but he's enjoying his football more now than he ever has in his career, and that is his second goal. He capped it off well.
So the Cats hit the front for the first time this afternoon.
Just watching Landy on his left foot, a good long raking drop punt. Turner getting round front position. Second grab, third grab. Geelong need Michael Turner because their forward line is pretty fragile. Brownless is still being held by Danaher. Linda hasn't done a lot, kicked 2 goals, but if Turner can get some goals, it will make a big difference to their forward line.
Brownless, though, starting to hold some marks. It's better up at centre half forward. It's Hawker. Long torpedo. Stoneham got the hand to it. Wrestling it forward there was Walsh. Here's Flanagan. Had his first touch, I think. The handball across to Couch. Oh, good play from Williams. Very brave. Put his body in. It's the kick forward. Van der Haar. Yes! 6th mark for Van der Haar, and very similar to Turner at the other end, used his body beautifully to keep the other man out. That other man was Boss. And Van der Haar can put the Bombers back in front. He does just that. First goal comes up for Van der Haar at the 10-minute mark of the 3rd term. Geelong in this quarter have added 3 goals. The Bombers get there first.
Yeah, certainly good, courageous play by Williams, giving Van der Haar a chance. But the Essendon supporters love Vander. Only 7 games this year after a broken leg, and certainly he gives them a chance when he's playing well.
Neck and neck struggle now. 1 point separates. The Bombers 54. They're leading. Oh, crikey, a misread run there. Johnson allows Bruns to get in. Linda takes a good mark. Running flat out. Left off the ground. Foles playing him virtually cheek to cheek. Now Linda with the chance to kick Geelong to the front again. He's kicked 2 goals. 1 in the second quarter, 1 in this quarter, which resulted from a push in the back at the first couple of minutes. So he obviously has a feel for them at the moment. Good kick. No, it's dropping short and wide and marked by Madden right in the back of the pack, right on the line.
Big Simon, his team a point up. Considine put under pressure. Good enough to get away with it. Kick's dangerous though, but good mark from Hamilton over Couch. Here's Duckworth on his own in the centre square. Kick towards Salmon. Here's Darcy. Got support from Boss. Good defence from the Cats. Swings it wide for Bairstow. Geelong coming down the grandstand wing. Scott dwells and Madden did it well. Scott's back in there, got the ball away, advantage call. Good umpiring, umpire Robinson. Bairstow's long kick. Turner can't knock it away from Hamilton. Playing a top game. He's played on, and holding the ball. Advantage call, Turner. Well, they want the ball to come back now, the Geelong fans. Scores are level at the 12.5-minute mark of the 3rd term.
2 goals, 2 to Michael Turner in his 3rd term.
There's good pressure football by both sides. Both sides are tackling well, running well, and I think the way it's shaping up, both sides desperate to get into the final 5.
Well, Foles looks for Madden, but it drops short, and Couch grabs it the second time and gets it to the half-forward line. That's smart by Scott. Cameron. It's Cameron. I'm sorry, I said Scott. I think I miss him. And Cameron, the dynamic goal kicker for Geelong in the last few weeks.
Different haircuts.
Different haircuts, yes. And one's wearing a short-sleeve Guernsey as well. Now check on the scoreboard. It's level on 54.
Couldn't be any more different.
Any score will put them in front. It's a behind only, but it's enough to put the Cats in front at the 13-minute mark in this 3rd quarter.
The inaccuracy of Geelong continues. It's Folds, beautiful torpedo. Brownless against Danaher, all over him. Kirk Lyon's the call. The experience of Danaher wins out, and he'll get a free. Well, he's using all his guile against Bill Brownless today. A little shove, a little hold, doing it well, not being penalised, and finds Madden in the centre. Got the call from Considine. Behind the pack, it's White. Bounce about 40 metres out from the Essendon goal. They're going with the breeze that did spring up just before it started the third term, has dropped a little now. Geelong lead by a point.
The Cats have kicked 3 goals for the quarter. Essendon have kicked 1, so it's been a big quarter for the Cats. Stoneham gets it out. Here's Walsh for Essendon. Let's go. It's swinging round. Probably missed by about 2 metres, really. And again, the score's 11 on 55.
Can you remember 2 teams drawing in their 2 encounters for the season?
No, I can't, but I know that in the history of both Essendon and Geelong that they've drawn the most games, which is 5 times.
Of any 2 teams?
Yeah, of any 2. Well, as far as Geelong and Essendon are concerned, they've not had the draws like that, and it's, I think I'd find it pretty hard to beat that record.
Scott. Danaher from behind. Holds Brownless, but he's got the ball. They're calling for it everywhere. Just a bit slow, Bill Brownless. Good tackle from Watson and a good handball to Duckworth. Madden is being left on his own in the last 5 minutes. It's around Cole, 70 metres out. Last man standing is Stoneham for the Cats. And he's playing pretty well on Salmon at the moment. Finds Couch, one of Geelong's best. Van der Haar not willing to let him go. Umpire Carlin right on the spot.
18 kicks to Couch. And he's been, certainly, Peter, one of Geelong's best. And some of his passes of today have been copybook stuff. Lovely left footer. See what he can do with this one. Down to the wing position, looking for Bairstow and Hughes. Hughes a bit short. Picked up by Russell. Hocking will run into this one. Had some rain at half-time, but Hocking on the half-forward line out. It's a good kick to turn up. And he's having a big third quarter. He's beating Hamilton. 2 goals, 2 to Nick Turner in this third quarter. The score's a level on 55. Lindner's knocked it away from him. Folds gets in there somehow. Chipped it away. Here's Bruns. Hocking. Whistle's gone. Pushing the back.
Throw.
Now Eston's way is a
Throw.
A throw. Thank you, John. So it's Gary Folds, is it, to take the kick?
Against Bruns. Against Bruns.
It's Izard.
Bit unlucky, Bruns. Just got his hands too far underneath, and rather than attack, it was a bit of a scoop. There's Duckworth's kick. Not marked by Boss, but there's Couch. Landy to put the shepherd in for Boss. Kick a woolly old one. Stoner. Passes for White. Keane, number 35, bearing down. The support's there for Hughes. Danaher tapped it to Watson. It went off to Hocking. To Watson going up and down in the one spot at the moment as Scott steams down towards half forward. Linder's in the middle of this. They all fly, the Bombers. Linder has it on the left peg. And that's a shocker. Oh, didn't get any hook on it at all. And the ball's perhaps just got a little bit greasy with the rain coming down perhaps in the last 30 seconds, and it skewed off. So there's a lot of effort being expended. Not much result in the scoreboard as Brownless flies. Behind the pack, it's Watson.
And a little chip to Hawker. Oh, Keane dropped it, but has plenty of time to pick up and do a couple of sachets there on the back line. Kicks it into the centre now. Baker gets in, but he can't beat Hocking. John had the chance. It's raining now in this third quarter. The ball getting quite slippery. 80 minutes have played. Scores a level on 55. The loose ball, grab, a ping. It's bounced through.
Cole.
Michael Cole. He's kicked it onto the front. It's not often that Michael Cole's had his bottom sitting on the bench He usually starts off because he's been a good player, certainly this year, but down in a bit of form. But that's lifted Geelong and it's lifted him.
First goal for the season, and it couldn't have come at a better time for the Cats.
Salmon on the bench with the rain.
So coming up to the 19-minute mark. Geelong lead by a goal. Scott. Here's Brownless. He's lifted in this term. Oh, great skills there from the experienced Landy, but the handball's gone astray. Wallace. Oh, good pick up from Sullivan. Couldn't quite get the handball away. Good determination from Stoneham, but there's plenty of Bombers there. But it goes Geelong's way. Flanagan's kick through the hands of Russell. He goes down. Play on's the call. Cameron out for Boss. And Geelong looking far more determined. They're there in numbers now, backing one another up. And good play down there from Stoneham when he was outnumbered. And there's the big fish in his element, though he'd rather be on the ground in the wet than on the bench.
Geelong have outplayed Essendon in this third quarter. They've kicked 4 goals to Essendon's 1, and the Cats are leading by a goal. Essendon's half-forward line. Flanagan to Couch. One of the motivators in the Geelong team with some lovely placements of shot to views. You can see how slippery the ground is. It's raining at the moment. Crack, that was Landy. The kick coming down to Russell. He hugged it to his chest. He has the football on the members' wing. Aims it towards Brownless. Turner's waiting for the loose ball. All Bombers there as well. Oh, Madden, a great mark. That's his 6th, a tremendous mark as he gets it off to Williams. He loses it, but Izard grabs it into the centre. Mark to Darcy. Darcy drives Geelong forward to Lindner and Folds. Folds knocks it away, but Linder's desperate. A good pick up here by Brownless. He's tackled high. He's held the ball. The free kick's gone against Geelong.
Considine. Plenty of time for Danaher to make his mind up. Williams got the handball away and the Shepherd. Folds. Kicks towards half forward. Landy in front position. Oh, he's held up by Bruns, but still gets away. Geelong, plenty of loose men. Peter White. Long handball. Good play there from Scott. Didn't take possession. Got it to Couch. Landy into the pocket. Turner's behind. Pushes Hamilton over and gives away the free. Cameron missed anyway. Geelong lead by 6 points. 21.5 minutes. Third term. There goes Hamilton.
He finds Rover Williams. A gutsy Rover. Into the centre. Baker's there, but he's knocked off his balance. Lovely mark. Was it Landy?
He's playing
taken by
quarter.
Cole. Brownless not in the position for this one. Great mark at the back from Hamilton, who's fired up in this third quarter, and Geelong are hanging on. They've outscored the Bombers 4 goals to 1, and they're leading by a goal as Hamilton has it at centre-half back.
Third front position, the fist from Bairstow. Nick Walsh couldn't grab it. Very greasy, and I think you need to be told that. Pat on the back for Boss. Just forward of the centre. Cats into attack. And any lead's going to be a good lead in these conditions. Dual fist there from Flanagan, not Allen. His helpmate was Boss on that occasion, and Vanderhart crunched to the turf.
I bet he'll get up pretty tough. The man who got Geelong really going in this quarter was Mike Turner with his 2 goals too. We got a goal to Lindner and a goal to Michael Cole, and Cole kicked them to the front position where they are now. And another throw, the second for Geelong in this quarter, and that's costing them dearly. Essendon's Wallace kicks it. Hawkins in position. No, he's not. Couch a chance for Geelong. Izard. Oh, back intensively to the pack. Hawker came out with it magically and swerves and swings it, teases them. The centre-half forward, Geelong a chance at this stage. Young Keane. He goes backwards looking for Watson. He had the prop. Watson gets a lead in the pocket there from Baker. Oh, and Bruns almost spoils the mark. He did spoil the mark. Keane again. Tackles. Clever play, young Keane. The loose man is Hawker, 50 metres out. The handball quickly under Baker. Izzard, sorry. And he's missed, and it's a behind. And Geelong are still leading, but this time by 5 points.
Yes, good pressure football from both sides. Certainly at the coming on to 24-minute mark. It's a very handy lead, even though it's only a few points.
Hughes goes in for Stoneham. Straight through and out again. Handball goes off to Russell. Keeps it low. This is Russell. It was Bairstow who got it down ground. Off goes Scott. Hocking, 50 metres out. He can go within 30. Doesn't need to. Hocking gives the Geelong a 10-point lead. A minute from time on third term.
Yes, Barnes watching here. Russell, a little chip over. Apart from lifting their endeavour and their attack on the ball, their forward line has become much more open as they've been running the ball up there with a bit more freedom. Essendon have taken a bit of pressure off Geelong around the centre line. Flanagan's doing well in the ruck, centre bounces. Bruns is getting kicks. All in all, they've lifted all over Geelong.
And they kicked 5 goals to Essendon's 1 in this third quarter. We're at the extra time period just now. Oh, Hammond, bad luck for him. Here's Brown. It's difficult for a big player to perform well, but a stupid tackle by Duckworth right around the neck of Brownless. And Duckworth won't have any points from that. Here's Vander. It's cold as well as raining. A little bit of mist in front of him, and Salmon as well. A couple of champions and premiership players sitting on the bench. Sheedy surely must bring them back. Lindner again. No, slipped through his fingers. It's raining heavily. A kick out by Hawker on the full. Or is it Terry Danaher? And a kick to Russell for Big Turner. Right from the boundary line, and there's a rainbow just bending from the top of the stand. What a beauty. It might be a rainbow if Big Turner's kick follows the arc of that rainbow.
The pot of gold's behind the Geelong goal.
Exactly.
Too.
And they're leading by 11 points. Michael Turner, 2 goals in this third quarter. Not this one. Clever mark. Madden again with 2 super marks with a wet ball.
He's really marked the wet ball well. It's been a pleasure to watch. He's put Danaher under pressure, but he's got support, folds, had a good game. So is Williams. Is keen. Izzard has to be quick with the right boot. Flanagan won't get there in time. Baker saw him coming though, spilled it. High kick from Walsh. They're all going with the flight of it. Watson, not paid. Stoneham's got a free. Held when he didn't have it. Hughes was the man that went in there with Watson. Both going the ball. Oh, the catch missed by the diving Bruns. Here's Walsh. Caught well. Good tackle from Scott. That's Andrew Hughes, as you've never seen him before. Watson out to Baker towards half forward, and the throw in to take place there with the Cats leading by 11 points. We've played 27 minutes and Andrew Hughes not feeling the best.
I think he had the wind knocked out of him with that clash with Tim Watson, which was just a perfectly clear attack on the ball for both of them.
Young Barnes for Essendon, number 20 in the ruck, but it's stumped away from him by Geelong's better formed player in Flanagan. So we'll have a repeat of that. Here's Buse getting a little bit of treatment there as a throw in Essendon's half forward line. They're 11 points down. That's Landy kicked into the pack. Hocking waits for the ball to come out. Baker Buckley for Essendon. Young Wallace chips it out towards Williams. Williams up the full forward. Sullivan. No, he can't get it. Loose ball there. Running in there is Couch, and he's played a rattling good game for the Cats. Just trundles it through. It's a behind for Essendon.
And the rainbow going the full length of the ground now. And the sun shining brightly. We've had everything in this quarter. The kick-in's not so good. Put Stoneham under pressure. The big fella, he and Flanagan, managed to hold it in somehow. That could be holding the ball. It is. Penalty to go against Sullivan, who retrieves his mouth guard. And Stoneham done a top job in this quarter. High kick. Here's Walsh. Danaher from a standing start. High one to half forward. Barnes in front. And there's Stoneham in there again. And it gets a pat from Scott.
Obviously, Kevin Sheedy's worried about the rain and the height in the forward line, the fact that he's taken Salmon and Vander Haar off on the bench.
Fair enough. And Van der Haar being Essendon's only goal kicker in this third quarter. Geelong have kicked 5 goals. Turner with 2 of them. His boss, always a good player. All 3 Essendon players there versus Dwayne Russell. 4 Essendon players there. Duckworth. Kicking to Flanagan. For Geelong, the wrong player to pick out. It's on Essendon's half-forward line, and Geelong seem to be able to repulse them. Graham Landy, no doubt, will chip this one out beautifully. Out the White. White's between wing and half-back. Approaching the 30-minute mark, third term. The Cats by 10 points. Into the centre. And there's a siren. Almost a match-winning quarter from Geelong. They finished with 9-13-67. 10 points in front of Essendon, 8-9-57.
Umpire Robinson starts the last two, which could be a last man standing affair. 27 is Madden up against Flanagan, coming in from opposite sides, the big fellows. Madden wins the tap. Geelong into attack through Hocking, and a kick off the ground has found the chest of Bill Brownless. Geelong going for their first win over the Bombers since 1981. They lead by 10 points as Wallace gets the Bombers into attack. Not for long. Yes, he has found touch on the bounce. So throw in midway between wing and half forward for Essendon.
And Geelong's brilliant third quarter, where they kicked 5 goals, 3 to Essendon's 1 goal, 3, has got them in front now by 10 points. It was a good effort by the Cats with rain in the whole way. And that's a good effort by Essendon's rover, Darren Williams, to mark. He's a gutsy player. It's his 22nd possession, so he's been one of their good players. Down to the half-forward line. It's Barnes on Danaher, and they almost upset themselves, but young Barnes is marked. Loose man is Madden, and he's marked everything except that one with the wet ball. That was the easiest one, and he's missed it. Keane's tackle strongly by Hocking. It's holding the ball against the Essendon player. Geelong's Hocking takes the free kick at half-back. The rain has stopped now in this final quarter. He gets it out to the flank there to Russell, who's marked between wing and half-back.
Dwayne Russell. High kick. Van der Haar's now looking after Brownless and doing it very well on that occasion. Bit of judgment. Vander. Looping pass finds Hawker. Here's Barnes again at half forward. Oh, big shove there, and it was spotted. It's against Nick Walsh, who put Landy right out of business. Graham Landy played a good game for the Cats. Hurd putting in the Shepherd. Hamilton does it nicely. Turner chasing after him, but the pass a beauty. Baker away in the middle. Boss going back in best position. The Rovers are all Essendon. Whistle's gone. Izard has trickled the ball through. The ball will come back and go 15 metres further down ground, because the umpire claiming Izard will have heard the whistle before he kicked. Geelong free kick as Salmon prepares to come on.
Yes, he missed that third quarter when it was wet. He's kicked 3 of Essendon's goals. I thought that was a mark for Cats, but not allowed. Oh, Essendon player ducked his head from Nick Walsh. Ran into Darcy. He'll get the free kick at midfield. Essendon are 10 points behind. A goal here is going to make it interesting. Barnes, no idea. Izard ran into trouble, didn't have the football. There's Cole. Hughes gets it. Handball out to Russell. He's running the wrong way, and a high tackle on him. And Essendon making some dreadfully stupid tackles. Oh, I take that back. It's holding the ball. Well, I thought it was around the neck. Into the half-forward line. Madden there again. That's Hawker with it. Set upon by 3 Cats. Umpire Carlin. Sorting them out. We'll bounce it.
3.5 minutes into the quarter. Barnes far too early. Flanagan down easy as you like to Bruns. Duckworth is the man on the wing. Bearing down on him is Russell. Good tackle. The ball was over him. It is now as well. And Duckworth didn't like the good tackle and comes back. And umpire Robinson's giving the free to Dwayne Russell. Billy didn't like the good tackle being put on him. He's given the ball away. Lindner off the carpet. Oh, it's going to go to Turner. No, wrist intercepting Hamilton.
G's played a good game. Number 16, Paul Hamilton. Turner's kicked 2 goals against him, but that's his 8th marker. Here we go. Clearing handball of Van der Haar, who had some time on the bench because it's his first game back, maybe a little short of tempo or puff. Hawker again in the centre. Danaher's the target, knocked away from him. Danaher finds a loose man out there in Johnston's kick. Darcy in front, pinched from him by Keane, but it's a Darcy mark.
I don't think you needed to be as close as the umpire was to spot that one, as Barnes goes in very indiscriminately and gives away another 15. Essendon just being a little over-vigorous here. 31st possession now for Paul Couch, and he's used just about every one of them to better effect for the Cats. And he's picking out Cole here. In comes Duckworth with the fist. Bairstow. Good shepherding from Hughes. Another one from Hocking. And the kick finds Couch. Keeps it low, and there it is, right onto the chest of Russell. If you can get all... Van der Haar perhaps preventing from flying on by getting his boot around his neck there. He's given away 15. Wayne Russell. Goes long. Lindner has his run cut off by 2 Bombers. Folds court, flicks it out. Here's Cole. 20 metres from the Geelong goal, the bounce is to take place in this term. We've played 5.5 minutes, and so far haven't had a score.
Let's see what happens this time. Geelong get the score. Geelong leading by 10 points. 5 minutes into this final term. Brownley's yet to kick a goal in that forward line. That's Izard for Essendon. Barnes runs into it. Cleverly across to Hamilton, who's played very intelligent football. Oops, up to Sullivan, back to Hamilton. He's upended. Play on his advantage, free kick. Williams drives him forward. Danaher gets it. Good play, Danaher. But there's no one to kick it to. There are all the Cats there, and they can just trot along here as Boss relishes that point. Across to his mate in Darcy. Darcy gets a lead up the field there from Wingman White. Well done.
White can go in the Couch direction. Scott's there as well. Good mark, and away he goes. Over the top to Hocking. Good tackle. Beauty put on him there by Van der Haar. Oh, kicking in danger twice against Couch. Keane caught by Cole. Good handball from Russell. Cameron caught by the leg. Keeps going. Sees the goals. No mistake. Cameron gets his 3rd. And when he sees them, there's not much stopping him.
Yes, well, certainly Geelong are putting on a typical Geelong performance. Hot and cold, but at the moment they're playing with tremendous courage, attacking the ball, trying to get the front position. And that's just continuing down the ground. A great 3rd goal by David Cameron. The way they're looking at the moment, Essendon starting to not chase as much, trying to get him more freedom.
Cameron's goal is the goal of the match so far, and Timmy Watson for Essendon standing on the boundary line waiting to come on. The Cats lead by 13 points, and they're into attack once more. Duckworth gets in front there of Russell. Crowd like that little effort of a one-on-one duel between Duckworth and Russell. Watson stepped over the line, replacing Baker, both making a comeback today. Baker after a broken ankle, and he played quite well. Not like he used to. Nice tap by Madden. What a Don's at work there, and Williams, oh, nice handball. Here's Watson, puffs his cheeks as he sets off down the members' wing. 10.5 40, kicks it to 2 Geelong players. It's Landy who's marked it. And he gets a thump as he goes down. It's Graham Landy from half-back. And all bases are covered, but there's a couple of runners there, and Ruckman Flanagan. Oh, good stuff. Quickly up to Darcy. Darcy up the full forward. Lindner a chance. Hamilton had his hands wrapped around it. Kicked on by Cameron, who's been a great player for them. And he lifts it through for another score, be it a point.
Yes, once again, as I say, Geelong have just lifted their game tremendously since that first quarter when they're fiddling around and Essendon had use of the ball with all the handball, but they're just attacking. They're much more desperate than what Essendon are at the moment.
The leaper was Danaher. On the ground, Watson. Off to Williams. Oh, good tackle. Too slow on that occasion was Hamilton. Hocking out to the wing. Hurd, front position. Russell sweating on him, but good handball finds the running Hawker. For Salmon, good pass and a good mark. Danaher's come down ground on the half volley. Takes a bit of time. Hawker gets the handball away. 45 metres out from the Essendon goal. And the Bombers need to find something here. A place in the finals at stake. If they lose this one, they're 8 points behind the Cats, and I think could just about kiss it goodbye.
10 minutes into the final quarter, and the Dons have not kicked the goal since the second term. The Cats come out of attack. Duckworth had it, rubber-chested, lack of understanding got to the Bombers. Rowles, a nice handball to Wingman White from the centre. A lead by Lindner. And he took it beautifully. He slid down on his hocks. The ball came to him low and hard, and from 50 metres out, dreadful kick though, into the pocket. Scott is there. The ball didn't bounce for him at all. He ducks his head and hopes for the best. Cole gets it. He has a wild kick, and it's out on the full.
Hamilton. And Turner had a great battle.
Done very well, young Hamilton. This season had a good season, but played very well today.
Hawker, good mark. Well positioned too, the kick from Hamilton. Hawker swings play out to the members' side of the ground. Duckworth and Russell, the battle continues. It's Bairstow, in fact, this time does it beautifully. Oh, fine kick from the Sandgroper onto the chest of a crow eater. Russell's high kick marked well by Hamilton again. He's taken a power of marks today, 9 to be exact. 13 points the difference. Geelong lead. We've played 11 minutes.
Hamilton looking for something here. Looking for Danaher. He was grabbed around the neck. Couch, the best possession winner in the game. A gem of a pass to Lindner. Knocked away from him. He goes after it. He gets a bit of shepherding to help him through. Bombers are desperate enough, but they don't have a forward. Salmon's their best with 3 goals, but that happened in the first quarter rather. Here's Russell, and Gary Folds looks very tired as he races after him, or trots after him. Russell out the back. Van der Haar onto Keane. The end of the wing position to Barnes. He's out of position. Big Flanagan did there well for Geelong. And the ball over the line. 11 minutes. Final quarter, Geelong 74, Essendon 57, and the Bombers have not kicked a goal since the second quarter.
Very watchful of where Madden is Flanagan. Madden wins it. Williams' kick. Bounce. Oh, well done from Danaher. It was going to be a bad bounce. He gathered it in nicely. Stoneham done a good job on Salmon since about halfway through the second term as Darcy gets it away beautifully. Couch, as usual, finds a man. Cole. The runner is Bruns. Low pass. Won't make Turner. Cameron couldn't take it with him. Here's Considine for the Bombers. Izard couldn't take possession, had to knock on. White threw his body in there. Ricochets to Danaher. Watson making position on a vacant wing. Now down the middle goes Tim Watson. Oh, there's the pass. The man all on his own there, Sullivan. So Geelong just caught napping there. Watson acknowledging the work done by Danaher in the middle. It's David Sullivan can make the difference. 5 points. He's done that. Gets his second, and that at the 13-minute mark of the last quarter.
Yes, 11 points buffer for Geelong at this stage. They seem to have just a bit more time than what they had earlier in the game, because some of the Essendon players, Watson back on, was a beautiful, typical Watson pass, the way he uses the ball. But 3 or 4 of their players, Van der Haar has played very well, but is looking tired. Watson's been on and off. Salmon's back on again at full forward. But they just seem to have lost a lot of their legs they had in that in the first quarter in particular, when they ran Geelong around everywhere.
Well, can Essendon get back and make up the 11 points? They're going to attack now through Hawker. towards Cameron Copp's run. Good Shepherd. Here's Considine. Oh, Williams has gone too long for him, but beautifully judged there by their backman Hughes, who's had a wonderful season on that back line for the Cats. Shove in the back against Considine. John gets it. Sheedy, another disaster for him today. Brownless has marked it. Hasn't taken too many today yet to kick a goal. Turner's kicked 3, but he's missed that one.
He's kicked 2-4.
Yeah, 2-4, yeah.
Could have been 6. All of his shots at goal have been fairly easy. Missed 2 down the river end early in the piece.
Good mark taken from Hamilton, number 10. Danaher to Watson. Cole. Good shepherding from Darcy. And finds touch. Just over the centre for the Cats. 12 points separate the sides halfway through the last term. Brownless against Madden. Front position for Brownless, but Madden got it down somehow, but only as far as Russell. Here's Turner. Good work from Hamilton. Great tackle. Oh, kick off the ground from Walsh. Keane's handball didn't find Duckworth. Hawker's there though. High one in the Salmon direction against Stoneham. Oh, perhaps interfering there. Sullivan allows Geelong away. Runs his pass. Plenty of time for Boss to try and pick out a man. That man's White.
Played well on that wing. He's stuck himself out there and been a very disciplined player. Up to Cameron. In the way again is Gary Foles. I thought for a moment it was Hamilton who's taken 10 marks, but Foles played a useful game as well. Out the mat. Knocked away by Hopping for Geelong. And a loose ball to Brownless. Big fella can't get there, but cleverly onto Bairstow. The looping kick to the pocket. And it's marked by Linda, but it's gone through. It's a behind.
Still, every point's valuable at this stage of the game. 13 points, even at the 15-minute mark. Puts more pressure on Essendon. Well, pressure shows with Hawker. Took his eyes off him a little bit. A soda of a mark. Dropped it out of bounds.
Perhaps he wasn't used to having not as much pressure on him. He had a big break there and spilled a sitter. Oh, dropping the ball there. No, rather. High tackle. Williams to get the free. Half-back flank for the Bombers. Still got plenty of time. Coming up to the 17-minute mark. 13 points the difference. Front position for Flanagan. Walsh leaves it behind. Darcy, nowhere to go.
Anything can happen in a game such as this. The ground is still wet. Although Geelong lead by 13 points, there's approximately 30 minutes to play. And that's a lot of time in footy today. Bird takes it from that tap from the centre. Watson runs into it. He's played pretty well. He's getting better. He's getting the feel for it. Another lovely pass to Salmon. Good ball, and the big fellow spilled it. He angled himself in towards goal. It's running, it's rolling. And it's knocked over the line there by Couch for Geelong for a score for Essendon that beats a neat 2-goal difference with Geelong leading.
Yes, excellent play by Couch. Probably easily Geelong's best player. Knocked it through under pressure.
Flanagan receiving from Couch. Hughes just over the line. Interesting to see Salmon down there trying to cross the ball a la soccer. Didn't quite come off. Not from Bairstow. Goes to Bruns. Madden taps it back cleverly there for Williams. But good battling from Bruns. And also Buse gets it out there to Boss. Unceremoniously ducked there was Vanderhaar. Ball running loose up towards half forward for Geelong. Russell the tackle. They're very determined, Geelong. Duckworth to Considine. Far too slow. Scott 50 metres out. Brownless is running in towards this. Oh, it's hit the woodwork. Great effort from Scott from 50 metres to make the distance. Como so close. 13 points the difference again.
Yes, desperation by Geelong with 2 or 3 tackles on the half-forward line, which kept control of the ball. Otherwise, Essendon would have cleared it away. But just great tackling by both sides at the moment.
Here's a kick in, and Madden. Geelong will wake up to his marking ability. Danaher was tackled, didn't have it. And Robertson saw that. Pays him the free kick. Danaher on the half-back. Time running out from the Bombers. 20 minutes in, final quarter. Geelong leading by 13 points. And Danaher's 13th kick coming up, and he's a very worried captain at the moment. He kicks to a nest of players. Young Barnes is going to take the big leap. Madden went one-handed. Here's Hamilton again, has taken 10 marks, and good play hopping. To Bairstow with equally good play. Up to the full forward line. Foles, can he stop it? He can't! And if ever there was a sealer, that is it. Bairstow, the man who booted it. It's his first goal. Gary Foles, the Essendon fullback, could not get there. The ball travelled very quickly, hit the greasy turf, and away she went. Free kick there, around the neck. And looking at Bairstow's kick, watch Foles running into the picture now, and hits the goal square and accelerates.
Bairstow, the man who kicked it, caught high by Hawker. Umpire's letting it go now as Watson, just unlucky to lose his footing in the very greasy centre. Hawker, very clever kick off the ground. Sullivan for Essendon. Holding the back of the cranium, and he's got a free kick for it. "19 points up are Geelong." Huge pack. Cole goes for the defensive pocket. Runs his kick, finds Landy on half-back. Plenty of cats queuing up for this. The kick just a bit long, but look at them all. Scott back to White. Geelong now on half-forward. Brownless plays on to Russell. This could be the sealer. The behind makes the difference. 20 points. 21 and a half minutes into the last term.
Well, the Dons, John, when they've managed 2 goals in nearly an hour of football, is pretty poor performance, isn't it? However, here's the football with Watson having a wild shot there, and Bairstow again has a shot. Another behind. And at will now, Geelong are attacking. They've whitewashed Essendon in the second half of the game when they kicked 5 goals to Essendon's 1 in the third quarter. They've gone on with it in this final term by kicking 2 goals to Essendon's 1. They lead 85-64.
There's 2 goals for the Bombers since half-time as Folds falls over on kicking, and everything going right for the Cats. But I guess you could say this guy's made it go right for him personally. Couch, possession 38 with that mark. He hasn't kicked a goal, but it would be fitting that he put the issue beyond doubt. Only a slight angle, 40 metres out with the heavy ball. It's going to get heavier too. It's really coming down now. He's going for the left foot torp. Won't make the distance. Mark for Van der Haar, a beauty in the heavy rain.
It's not the fact that they lead by 21 points, Geelong, but it's just the fact that they're playing so well at the moment.
And look at the rain coming down as the players, it's all over anyway with about 7 minutes to go. And Essendon with the football through Walsh on the back line. For Barnes, who pretty hard to mark it there, but he pats it out. There's Flanagan. Out to the wing, Bairstow, is it, or Russell this time? Well, I'll wipe off the rain and a windscreen wiper on that. And
Bit of lightning as well, I think.
Yeah, who he may be. It's Russell. Yep. We'll put it down to the mark of the day. Anyone who can mark a football at the moment, and it's absolutely bucketing down Gardenia Park. Boy, oh. boy.
Gee, I think this is heavier than the rain that we had last week, actually, that turned Melbourne into a lake. Folds over the top of it. Lindner. Kick off the ground from Hocking, and it's put through on the line by Cameron. That was a real soccer goal. The cross to the far post, and Cameron to meet it for his fourth.
Well, he does love kicking goals, and they're both laughing about it, but I'm sure that Stephen Hocking had visions of his second goal going through, but no. If it wasn't sealed, it certainly is now.
See, Hocking gets in here for the initial kick off the carpet. There it is. And
There you go again. And, a flash flood. Oh, White mark it easily. Across to Cole. Oh, statement, he's kicked it out on the full. Well, that's excusable as the crowd leave, and I don't blame them because they're getting awfully wet out there with this cloud burst. With about 5 minutes to go. Mark there by Johnson for Essendon. Into the centre. Another mark to Madden. Then to Hawker, who's been a good workhorse today for the Bombers. Up the full forward to Salmon. He hadn't lost it. Little tackle around the neck there, but the umpire's letting out. Probably can't see. Tap out. Hawker a chance. Barnes fumbles for Essendon. Williams dashes through the opening and has a shot. And kicks it behind.
His second.
Well, spare a thought for our men out there as well. Keeping the equipment well dry, though. There's Buse. Well, the ball's coming back. Williams is getting it again. I must admit I didn't see it.
No, I can't help you, Peter.
I don't think that man would be able to see it either with the glasses and the plastic fogging up. The shot from 20 metres out directly in front. Result, no better. It's not the siren, though I guess Essendon fans and players wish it was. We're going to play perhaps another 3 minutes here. The train goes past. Geelong supporters staying to the bitter end. The end not quite as bitter, with an unbeatable lead on the board as Buse goes in short with mark from Landy.
Is very fluid style. Fluid's the word of the day, liquid style if you like, of Graham Landy with the left foot. He's a beautiful stylist of kicking. And that's found its way over the boundary line. 27-minute mark, and the next 2 or 3 minutes will be absolutely torture out there in this wet Flanagan. Here's Hurd takes a handball. Cats. It's Hurd. Oops. Tipped up, and Barnes gets it down, has a kick. Salmon didn't get very near that one. Has another go. Andrew Buse shoots a little baits this weather, ducks under the tackle, gets Geelong out of that back pocket, up to White. Played quite well up and down that wing. Into the centre to Cole.
Oh, hit Van der Haar in the noggin. Taken there by Bairstow. Lindner. Having trouble picking up the greasy pig. Izard off the ground to Cameron. Finds Brownless. And that was a bit nasty for Van der Haar as the ball beat the fist of the Geelong player and hit him fair in the nose by the look of it. And the heavy ball, being as wet as it is, would have felt like 3 house bricks. Brownless to kick after the siren. And he's hit the post. One man smiling, but there'll be 20 Geelong players smiling. And one of them is Flanagan. The Cats have won here by 27 points. After they trailed by 14 at half-time. They've just let Essendon kick 2 goals after half-time.
Yes, Jekyll and Hyde. That's what I'm sure all